Shalom, friends, and welcome back to the next chapter of Biselleh Torah. Vayishlach is the parsha that we're reading this week. And one of the things that we have learned through the course of time in these study sessions that we involve ourselves in, and the study that we do independently, and the study that we get from other sources, is that Torah is more than the black and white ink that is splayed across the page. So much more than that. If we read it and we think that's all that there is, we're missing not only the point, we're missing many points, many different ideas that jump out of the text and attach to ourself in a very powerful way that can be life-changing. This week, of course, is no example. In the famous passage of Jacob having wrestled the angel, it says at the conclusion of that episode, Vayikach Yaakov Mishnato, and Jacob got up from his slumber. Seemingly, it's obvious what the meaning of it is on the surface, but the sages go further. They enlighten us by saying that when a cobbler goes to sleep, he ceases to be a cobbler. He's not a cobbler. He's just somebody sleeping, snoring on his couch, When a sage sleeps, they don't stop being a sage. They don't stop being a scholar. They remain exactly what they were when they lay down. Why is that? Because it's part of the fabric of the soul. It's who they are. It's their identity. It's what they roil in all day and night. It's what they invest themselves heart and soul in so that they and it are merged into one. Torah and the human being have the possibility of being knit together inextricably, and they can't be detached from one another. So when the sage goes to sleep, Vayikach, when he wakes up, Mishnato, it's as if nothing has changed, but something has, hasn't it? Because when we are so wedded to Torah, we don't stop being nor learning nor absorbing Torah, but we dream it. It actually invests itself so deeply in our mind that while we're sleeping, ideas come to the surface. Thoughts, unsummoned, come up, and then when we wake up in the morning, we feel not only refreshed, we feel as if we've been touched by God. Now, mind you, I've been talking about sages and scholars. It doesn't need to be limited to sages and scholars. Any person has the right and the ability to be precisely that. Anyone can reach that apex of learning simply by investing themselves in the process of more every single day. One additional thought. Again, the text reads, Vayikach Yaakov Mishnato. He got up from his Mishnato. Mishnato, from his slumber, can also be translated from his Mishnah. Mishnah, of course, is part of the Talmud. It's part of the oral law. It's also more than that. It's also that which is repeated, because that's what the essential shoresh, or internal meaning of the word Mishnah is. It's that which we repeat. So when the scholar, the person who has immersed themselves in learning, goes to sleep, that Mishnah repeats itself in its mind, so it becomes so ingrained and ensconced in the mind that it actually merges with the soul. You and it become one. You and God become inextricably bound, wedded to one another. Shabbat Shalom.